This is in fact a big development that we are getting from our sources. There could be a possible alliance between the BJP and the JDS in Karnataka in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. If sources are to be believed, JDS has demanded 4 Lok Sabha seats from the BJP. BJP sources believe that soon a decision is going to be taken on the alliance with the JDS in Karnataka. This comes at a time when the BJP has faced defeat in the state of Karnataka in the state assembly elections and possibly exploring its own options in terms of gaining foothold in southern India. What we are picking up is that JDS could be having an alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party. JDS has demanded 4 Lok Sabha seats from the BJP. Himanshu Mishra has more details on that. Himanshu, southern India में BJP वाइप आउट हो चुकी है इस समय और अपने पोजीशन को स्ट्रेंथन करने के लिए क्या वो इस तरह का अलायंस ढूंढ रही है?
देखिए, बिल्कुल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सामने इस वक्त चुनौती यही है कि जो साउदर्न इंडिया है वहां पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी किसी स्टेट में रूल नहीं कर रही है, यानी कि उनकी सरकार नहीं है और इसीलिए अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी को यह एहसास हो चला है कि 2024 का चुनाव बहुत मजबूती के साथ लड़ना होगा क्योंकि विपक्षी दल एक करके एक होते जा रहे हैं और इसीलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तरफ से ये कोशिश की जा रही है कि जेडीएस के साथ जो है वो अलायंस किया जाए और आप देखेंगे कि जेडीएस का जो वोट बैंक है वो 13 से 14% का वोट बैंक है। ऐसे में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ये उम्मीद है कि अगर ये वोट बैंक भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ अलायंस करता है तो जो समीकरण है 2024 के वो बदलते हुए नजर आएंगे और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने 2019 में 25 सीटें जीती थी, 28 में से एक भारतीय जनता पार्टी से जो सपोर्टेड एमपी हैं वो जीती थी, उसके अलावा एक कांग्रेस ने और एक सीट जो है जेडीएस ने जीती थी। तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सामने इस वक्त सबसे बड़ी चुनौती ये है कि कर्नाटक में जो 25 सीटें उन्होंने जीती हैं इसको बरकरार कैसे रखा जाए। इसीलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी ये तमाम कोशिशें कर रही है कि अलायंस किए जाए। आपने पिछले दिनों देखा होगा कि टीडीपी के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेताओं की मुलाकात हुई थी। चंद्रबाबू नायडू दिल्ली आए थे, गृह मंत्री अमित शाह के घर पर जेपी नड्डा के साथ उनकी मुलाकात हुई थी। उससे पहले उपेंद्र कुशवाहा जो जेडीयू छोड़ कर आए हैं उन्होंने जेपी नड्डा के साथ मुलाकात की थी। चिराग पासवान को मनाने की कोशिश की जा रही है कि चाचा और भतीजे एक हो जाएं। तो कहीं ना कहीं भारतीय जनता पार्टी को अभी लग रहा है कि 2024 में अलायंस बहुत जरूरी है। एक तरफा भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए मोमेंटम है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं जिन स्टेट्स में सीधी चुनौती है वहां अगर छोटे छोटे अलायंसेस होंगे तो उसका फायदा भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिलेगा और इसी कड़ी में जेडीएस के साथ भी बातचीत का क्रम भारतीय जनता पार्टी का आगे बढ़ा है।
बिल्कुल, हिमांशु बने रहिए हमारे साथ। Paulami Saha is also now getting us more details on that story. Paulami, it's evident that the BJP is doing what it can really to gain foothold in the southern part of the country where it has pretty much been wiped out in terms of the state elections, at least for the state assembly elections, and that's the reason why they're looking at the JDS for forging an alliance in the state of Karnataka where they stand a chance.
That's right. Of course, the BJP wants to gain a foothold back in the southern states from where it was wiped out. Very recently, it had only its foothold aside from Pondicherry, of course, if it had foothold only in Karnataka, and that's where it lost to the Congress. So now the BJP is, of course, trying to look at possibly sealing alliances and tie-ups before the 2024 elections, and that, of course, includes reaching out to the JDS as well. So we believe that the JDS and the BJP are already having a conversation in the backdrop of preparations underway by political parties for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. The indications were very clear, Sneha. Very recently itself, when the JDS chose to attend the Parliament building inauguration program on May 28th, when most opposition parties decided to stay out, including the Congress's former ally, the JDS's presence at that program indicated that already it was cozying up with the BJP and the Saffron Alliance, the NDA. Then, of course, came that very recent statement from former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda in the case of the Odisha accident, when there was so much criticism of the Railways Department, the Railway Minister, some even demanding the resignation of Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav. H.D. Devegowda said that the government is doing a very good job. The Railway Minister is doing a very good job. He is, in fact, on the ground, has been on the ground for several hours monitoring rescue, relief and then restoration work, and we should give him some time in order to, of course, ensure that everything gets done under his supervision and watch before demanding his resignation and pinning the culpability of the accident on him. In the way that H.D. Deve Gowda then extended his support for Ashwini Vaishnav and the central government, it was again very clear that, Sneha, that the JDS was cozying up with the Bharatiya Janata Party. And then, of course, now reports coming in, as my colleague Himanshu was pointing out, that they're already in talks. The JDS has demanded 4 Lok Sabha seats to contest from in Karnataka as per sources, and it's likely that very soon the BJP and the JDS could in fact formally announce their alliance as well. But already every indication that we saw in recent months, especially before and after the Karnataka elections. Remember, JDS and H.D. Kumaraswamy had also very categorically stated that he was in talks with all sides. He was, of course, positioning himself as some sort of a kingmaker ahead of the Karnataka Assembly election, saying that everyone was reaching out to him. But it was very clear at that point of time, and in the last few months and the last couple of years itself, that there has been a falling out between the JDS and the Congress, its previous ally in the Karnataka government, and it was very clear that it was already tilting the other way. Sneha.
Be with us. I'm going to in fact get in. Sagai Raj also joining us from Bengaluru at this point in time for more on that. What is it that you're picking up, Sagai, as far as the JDS is concerned? Because when asked questions on what they intend to do, really they've kept this open, isn't it? They're actually holding the cards, their cards very close to their chest in terms of whether they're looking at a possible alliance with the BJP or not. I'm referring to the leadership of the JDS here.
So if you have to try and join the dots, whatever has happened from past a few weeks. If you notice that when all opposition parties have boycotted the inauguration of the parliament, the JDS, the Supremo, Deve Gowda, had participated in that particular inauguration program. And even yesterday, when he was addressing a press conference and when he spoke to India Today, he has diplomatically replied to the question of their alliance with the BJP, where he said that they are not thinking about any kind of alliance at this moment, but he did not deny the fact that he is not going to join the hands with BJP. But he has also categorically said that name one particular party, opposition party, which does not have any kind of alliance with the BJP. So this was a question which was being raised, and you should also remember that he has not got an invitation for a 12th meeting with Nitish Kumar in Bihar. He said that he has not got any invitation, nobody has spoken to them, so they are not participating in this particular meet which is going to happen on 12th of June. So if you join all these dots, it is quite clear that probably JDS might be looking for an alliance with the BJP, and everything is on the cards. As Paulami was telling that when the opposition was in single chorus demanding the resignation of Ashwini Vaishnav, H.D. Deve Gowda yesterday went on to say that he is a talented person, there is no corruption charges against him, and there is no requirement for us to go ahead and demand his resignation. So when the entire opposition on the one side, and you can see that JDS, which has not established any kind of alliance or not decided to have any kind of alliance with the BJP, has standing as a neutral, where they are backing BJP, but they claim that they don't have any alliance. Remember, they are also alliance partner in Kerala with the left party. So probably that is one of the things which is prevailing them to announce their alliance with the BJP in the days to come.
Yes. You know, I'm just going to come back to you in a moment from now. I'm just going to go back to Paulami tracking the BJP at the central level for us. Paulami, the larger picture in all of this, the BJP is going to see, in fact, work towards building many alliances, especially in the southern part of the state, in days and weeks to come, and we'll see hectic political activity on that front. Here is Karnataka, where an option with the JDS is getting explored, and then we also have a possible alliance with the TDP that the BJP is actively exploring as well, isn't it? So these are options that the BJP will be looking at before the elections in 2024.
Absolutely. The BJP is definitely looking at sealing possible alliances ahead of the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. As you rightly pointed out, the BJP is already in conversation with TDP. Again, the indications were very clear in the way that the TDP was not every time taking a stance which was anti-NDA. Earlier, it would be part of the opposition camp, especially after the TDP had walked out of the NDA alliance, the NDA government, it continued to stay with the opposition camp. But of late, you had seen the signs and indications that the TDP was again cozying up with the NDA. And recently, of course, there was that meeting that happened in Delhi between TDP chief N. Chandrababu Naidu and Home Minister Amit Shah present over there. So that clearly indicated that the TDP is already again in talks with the Bharatiya Janata Party to forge an alliance with the BJP ahead of the Lok Sabha 2024 elections. And now, of course, murmurs of JDS and BJP being in conversation as well. The BJP, of course, has lost alliances in allies in the recent years after it came to power in 2014. Be it the TDP in the first instance, then there was the Akali Dal. The JDU again went back with the Mahagathbandhan in Bihar and of course stepped away. Clearly there has been some amount of moving away which has happened. Chirag Paswan again wants to forge an alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party as well. There is some backdoor conversation happening at that level as well in the state of Bihar. So clearly the BJP is looking to forge alliances because those numbers on board are required if it was to present a formidable challenge to the opposition, which seems to be of course working on its own front in terms of coming together to take on the behemoth which is the Bharatiya Janata Party in the 2024 Lok Sabha election. So while the opposition, while Nitish Kumar is going around the country and of course trying to forge an alliance, a united front with opposition parties, the Congress is doing its own groundwork. Arvind Kejriwal is already touring the country in order to enlist the support of opposition parties to ensure that the centre's ordinance on Delhi services doesn't pass through the Rajya Sabha, where the opposition has a good chance of defeating it. Clearly, the opposition is doing the groundwork, and now the BJP is already working on the same as well. The BJP is already working towards 2024, and especially the assembly elections, of course, by the end of this year in 2023. Just 2 days ago, yesterday and day before, there were long meetings, Sneha, that happened between three top individuals of the party: Amit Shah, JP Nadda and BL Santosh, Organizational General Secretary of the party at the BJP's new headquarters, the extension of the new headquarters. They went on for hours together. Very many changes are being worked on. Of course, they're looking at the state elections that are coming up at the end of 2023. They're looking at the Lok Sabha elections at the start of 2024 in April, May 2024. And then, of course, they're working on organizational changes as well. Everything with an eye on winning 2024 with a clean majority.
Be with us. I'm just going to come back to you for more on that. Back to Sagai Raj once again. Sagai, this also, in fact, speaks volumes of the fact that the BJP really is worried. State assembly elections are obviously very different from Lok Sabha elections. But if the Lok Sabha elections in Karnataka were to go the state assembly way, it would mean that the BJP would lose at least 17 of its 25 current MPs from the state of Karnataka. And that's the reason why this conversation has started.
Absolutely, and they have categorically said, I mean to say the JDS have categorically said that they don't have enough candidates to go ahead and field in all these 28 constituencies, and they might be picking a few pockets like Hassan, Ramnagar and
Just coming back to you in a moment from now. Let's listen in to HT Kumaraswamy and Devagowda on these developments.
Yes. We will organize our party even for our local body elections, even parliament election. And that issue is not discussed in our party platform. That is the premature issue. I don't want to discuss about all those things.
What has happened at what time in the past 25 years, I can go on reveal everything. There is no need for me. In Karnataka, we want to strengthen our own party. We will try to fight on our own, and the left party, CPI and RSP, we have given the seats in the assembly election. They are our natural allies. That's.
And you will not be participating in that meeting, sir, which is called on June 12th. You got any invitation on that, sir?
No, nobody is directly called.